Welcome to the show!
Are you lighting dumpsters on fire?
Last night was bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot.
He's like, oh, it was great. We used to live in the subway tunnels.
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell wild and crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, as always, Dylan Krasinski, here with you on a rainy day in Brooklyn. We got a hurricane coming up.
You doing a weather announcement before you start the show always?
You know, we like to let the people know. We like to paint the picture, you know?
In this windowless apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even know if it's raining out.
I know. I can't believe you guys got the budget for rain. That's sick. Making me feel at home.
Listen, you know, you know, I like to paint the picture for the crowd, for the audience. When they listen, they go, you know, because when I listen to a podcast, I go, I don't know if it's sunny there. I don't know if it's cold. I want to be present with you.
And then there's one person out there that exclusively gets their weather from this podcast.
Yeah.
Every
3
week,
days
they book
late.
all their
Whenever-
vacations based on this.
Whenever I'm watching Joe Rogan, that's always bad. I'm like, but what's the weather like?
3 hours in, you're like, is it spitting?
Yeah.
What is it?
Holy shit. All right, with me as always, you've heard the voices already, but with me as always is my co-host and dear, dear friend, the unscrutable. Is that a word?
No.
I sometimes make up words
No.
for Kerrigan. The always vivacious and always hilarious Mike T. Kerrigan,
All right,
everybody.
how you doing? And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Check us out and get in those comments.
Yeah, we got some hate comments the other day. I woke up to a run of just this dude commented on like 5 different videos being like, I hate this podcast.
I know, dude. I looked into
Did you
that
see
kid. He's
that?
a total loser.
Yeah, a
That's
big
someone-
time.
Of course he
loser.
did. He's just watched 5 podcasts.
Yeah, he
And
really
hate them
hated
all.
him. You know, he really is like, you know, just you're the worst. You can tell when you look up these guys too. You're like, that's what I like about the internet. When you can see their lives, now
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. Because before, when you first read it, you're like, and then you look in there like 3 pictures, like, oh, this guy's a total
Oh,
douchebag.
yeah, exactly.
Forget
Well,
about him.
I thought about it too, because then he started commenting on my Instagram, and then like after a few going back and forth, I was like, "Keep these comments coming, baby. They just feed the algorithm."
Yeah,
and then he
yeah,
stopped commenting.
No, did you even introduce our guest?
No,
yet?
I'm doing that.
Well,
We're
the
doing
worst is when someone comments and then you look at their profile and you're like, we're the same guy.
Oh
What are you
my-
doing? It's
I
like
know.
a white dude with dreadlocks. It's like, I want to be black too, lad. Why are you hating on me? What the fuck? I'm not allowed to meet LeBron James. Shut up.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that too. That's so funny. And you've heard his voice already numerous times on the pod. But hey,
call it a voice.
let's get him introduced already. Let's get him in, guys. The Liverpool native, very funny comedian, good friend of mine, Kyle Legacy. Everybody,
Yes.
welcome to the pod.
Ring a ding ding. You've got the king. What's happening, boys? I do my own intro as well. And I like that one, but I like to juice it up a little bit. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
So
Thank
Riff
you.
Richards, Riffy Clyro, whatever you guys want to call it. The Great Barrier Riff, whatever you guys
Takes a lot of
fancy.
pressure off me. I like that.
All right.
Good friend. I love that. I haven't spoke to him in 4 years.
Classic Dylan.
We did pick it up where we left off, though.
Exactly,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
Exactly.
Before the end of the pod, while he does the podcast live, he will try to like guilt you into some sort of plans, like on the show. He does it to everyone. They still say no. They're like, so are we going to lunch after this? They're like, I'm sorry, I gotta get some.
Oh, we should get lunch after this, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm down.
This is sick. Oh, I'm busy,
See,
actually.
now that backfired.
You
because
were too eager.
Kerrigan was so like, let's do the pod, and then I gotta go home. I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired. I'm beat up. Now you just set yourself up, dude. We're going to lunch, baby.
Yeah, we'll see how I get out of this one. Fire escape, baby.
Yeah, dude. Are you around tomorrow? We should. I'm gonna go watch the football games in Astoria with a couple comics.
Oh,
You should
I was
come
going to
through.
go to New York FC.
What is that?
Like the football here, like the soccer.
Oh,
or
like
whatever. Yeah,
like the
yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Are they doing games?
Yeah.
I
Me
wonder
and
if it'll
Sean
be.
from the pair was going to go, but it's fucking miles away. It's in Newark.
Oh yeah.
It's New York's FC, but they're playing in New Jersey. What the fuck's that about?
Yeah, that also might be pouring rain.
Yeah, no, I haven't bought tickets yet. I'm thinking about it, though. I don't know.
Well,
How
if
long are you
don't-
here for?
I leave on Tuesday to Boston for 2 weeks. You're all Alamada.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks in LA.
Oh, that's dope,
nice.
I know, exactly.
this will be out on Wednesday.
You would not last
too.
in LA with your complexion, for sure.
What, in
I
the
mean,
sun?
I'm white as fuck, but you're like
I just stay out of the
dead
sun.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you-
Ghoulish.
You just call him dead.
I used to live there.
You like it's like just a t-shirt hung up on the wall. That's all I'm seeing there. To be honest,
Dude,
did you really?
No, San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going there as well.
Yeah, San Diego. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as Florida. It's not quite as hot.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Florida in the
The
summers.
background here is a problem because Mike just blends right into
Oh,
the
yeah, for sure, innit?
white wall behind us.
It just becomes a scene from fucking Alice in Wonderland or whatever.
Yeah, when I did like
that cat.
sketches or like a movie where they have to change the lights, we have to use like different makeup. They're like something's wrong here. on
You're
the
in
camera.
makeup right now. Imagine that if you like. We actually blackfaced them up just to get a bit of colour in here.
He's not from America, so we will not be blackfacing anything up
No. I got told at the airport straight away.
when you rolled up.
Yeah. When you land, they check. They go, do you have any explosive in your bag, any illegal contraband? And also, you cannot do blackface in America.
And also, shoe polishes for shoes only.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Take it easy.
They do a 1, 2, 3.
That's crazy.
Oh,
though.
my God. So, yeah, you're on a bit of a run here. Is New York, Boston, L.A. Where were you before
Bit of an
this?
American tour, quite frankly, I reckon.
love
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Elton John than me.
Dude, I'd much rather see you than Elton John, so, you know?
My gay jokes are better, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And, tell the people at home, because you were explaining you're a Scouser. What is a Scouser?
A Scouse is somebody from Liverpool.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Liverpool's in England, obviously, but we're Scousers. You know, like people from like London, the fucking dickheads are called like Cockneys or whatever, or something like that. What are people from Boston called? They're called New Yorkers here. That's a simple one.
Bostonians.
Bostonian, shit like that.
Kerrigan's
we're
from Boston.
We're obviously.
So, yeah.
Looks like fucking Coney O'Brien's dick. I don't know why I roasted you. I love you. I know you're on edibles.
Just for the people at home, we met 3 seconds ago.
I like to pounce one the week though, but he loves it. I can't wait for you to start roasting me, lad. Good fucking luck. But I'm a Scouser, and as you can see, we take no shit. And we speak Scouse, that's our dialect, and we say, like, we're not British, we're Scouse, and we're the People's Republic, People's Republic of Liverpool, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you...
Paddy the Barry country.
Yeah, do
Paddy.
you know him?
I've met him once, like, briefly.
Really?
Or whatever. But I mean, like, he's a legend in Liverpool because he was Cage Warriors for ages, but you'd see him out on fucking nights out. He loved the coke, you know what I mean? All that sort of shit, like.
He's not one of those guys that hides it either. Like, he
No,
tells
no.
them, like, he eats, like, shit. He
His
drinks.
new addiction is food, isn't it, really, to be honest?
Yeah.
He got fat so quick that's not even safe. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I seen him. I'm like, this kid was
Up and
cut.
down.
He was like a balloon right after the fight.
Like, in the post-conference.
I feel like
yeah.
he eats bacon, sausage, rashers like right after the the
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just the kid loves
in a
that shit.
drip. He's just got him in a smoothie or whatever.
It's like just chocolate milk.
Like, that's
dude.
fucking heavy, that, lad.
Yeah, dude, he cut for his next fight 50 pounds down. He lost 50 pounds in like
Fuck.
however.
He must be back in Liverpool then. You're not shredding that weight in fucking America.
No, with
I'm
the-
getting a fucking freshman 15. Man.
Are you?
It's ridiculous.
Dude, there's something about the food here. That's why I'm convinced that I can't lose weight here.
Do you
is
take a lot
the
of
food.
shits? Or does your body
lot?
used to it? Yeah, I'm doing like 2 a day or something. But
I
like,
think that's normal,
like-
isn't it?
is it?
1 in the morning, 1 at night.
But they're not solid.
Oh well, yeah, your body's not used to it.
Yeah.
then. It's just that's this trash.
That's all the
American
GMO
food.
food in this country.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be in big trouble when you. So where do you live in England?
Liverpool, yeah. Still.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, like in the UK, you're in a different city every night. You know what I mean? It's like going from one scene to another, like Liverpool scene to the Manchester scene. It's like going from like fucking Harlem to the Bronx or something. You know what I mean? It's only like
'cause
an
it's
hour
so-
away or
it's so
something.
small.
Yeah,
It's so close.
So I'll be getting like trains back. If I'm gonna train back on a mega bus that night, then I'll do that. If not, I'll stay there or whatever or something like that.
Shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'll try and line up. If I'm going like London, I'll line up like a few dates or something. You know what I mean?
Damn, you've done the Fringe, right?
Yeah,
A few
6
times,
years.
right?
Yeah.
6 years, dude. What is that like? I've like when I was in Boston, there was a time where I was like, I would love to do it. I still would eventually, but it seems like such a fucking fun, like just time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
month, right?
Oh, for sure. And you'll be fine. They always make room for straight white males. That's what I've
Do they
figured out.
really?
I'll tell you that for free.
Do they
They're
really?
pushing diversity, but there's a lot of us there.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh man, the Fringe about the only place they're making room for straight white males. Am I right? Hey. Okay.
But yeah, that's it. I've got the world record there for the most gigs at the Edinburgh Fringe in 2019. I've done 230 in 24 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. If I weren't counting bombs, I would have done like 5 or something like that. Like, but it was a fucking Bob Athlon lad that was just throwing grenades. You know what I mean? Like, because my friend was like, "Oh, I got to fucking ban you for 2 days. You're too reckless or whatever." And I was like, "That was like 6 shows ago, lad. What are you on about? Fuck off." It was nuts. Like, I was doing kid shows and all that shit. Like, just to get the numbers up, people let me open for them. Like, it was sick. Like,
Dude, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
230 shows in
230, yeah. I decided to do it like
days.
2 nights before, and I was like, oh, what's the record? Somebody was like, it's 2015. I was like, it's Marty Moore's record. I was like, I'll beat that. And they were like, you're not going. And I was like, well, now I'm fucking doing it, so fuck you. So it ruined my festival. I had no social life. People were like, oh, you want to hang? We're going to a strip club, whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I got a bomb at fucking 2 a.m. somewhere, you know what I mean?
That's 10 shows a day, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, the most I've done was 14 in one day.
Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
exhausting.
nuts. Like, I mean, it made me good. You know what I mean? Before that, I was a little bit of. I mean,
A
probably all that
lot of
blackface
spots.
gear, but
Yeah, 2 weeks into the festival, you're like, you know what? I'm going to leave that shoe polish at home. It's just not working. I don't get it.
it's raining too much. It keeps washing off.
I did it in 5th grade. I got kicked out of school, but
For what?
blackface.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Michael, you can't admit that on the pod, dude.
You're
Dude, it
doing
was in
pale
the-
face. You're doing black
It was in
face.
the 90s. What do you want me to expect? My parents are foreigners. They didn't know. I was doing a book report. I came in with shoe
Stop.
polish on.
Really?
They threw me out of school. And I really didn't. No one explained anything, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
What
They
was the
just,
book
like-
report?
I was like being
The
what's that guy?
autobiography.
The guy who made peanut butter.
I thought
George
you were gonna
Washington
be like,
Carver.
I was doing.
I was supposed to be him, so I came in. I put the shoe polish on in the bathroom. George Washington Carver.
Oh my god!
Got to the classroom door and they like called in. I remember she's like horrified. She like called another teacher and then they just like escorted me out of the building. My parents didn't get it either. They're like, we don't know.
That's insane, yo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh
Like
my
it's not like
god.
they knew I was. They
That's so
were in
good.
on it too. They didn't know.
He's like, what book was it? Jungle Book.
I thought you were gonna say The Adventures of Tom and Huck, just
Oh
like
my goodness.
Huckleberry Finn.
There's no black characters in it whatsoever.
Yeah, dude, he's playing Jim. He's
It was
like,
Sanford and Sons.
oh my
I wish they didn't have cameras back then, or I'd be on all over the internet.
yo.
Dude.
You'd be my profile picture right now if you did.
It's so funny when small kids do extreme stuff
Well,
like that.
you're right about that though, because I've got my mates back home or whatever from Newcastle. Adam, he went to like a Halloween party. I guess it was like 2009 or something like that, and he went as a Somalian pirate. But he went with his black friends who are like black as well, dark and that. So there was 2 white dudes all blacked up, and then there was like 4 black dudes. So it was like. You know what I mean? It was weird, like Little Britain. You've heard of Little Britain, haven't you?
Yeah.
Obviously. Like that was like a big scene. Was like he was in character as a black woman, all this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? It was like it's insane. You know what I mean? You couldn't get away with it now, but back then it was funny. You know what I mean? I had black mates who were watching it, like it was.
Oh,
There
dude.
wasn't any malicious behind it. I feel like
Dude,
I don't
Jimmy
know.
Kimmel did it like 10 years ago.
I know.
as fucking Carmelone or whatever.
Yeah,
like
he's
that,
and he's dropping the N-bomb.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he has a Christmas album where it's like it's like Dr. Dre, like it's like
Yeah.
a parody. He drops the N-word like 100
What
times.
the fuck?
These people are all frauds. That's what you got to
my
realize.
God.
Once
I
you're,
know,
you're in
yeah.
you've been in America, you know they're all
Yeah,
frauds.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, guy used to.
I
be
know, but no, good mates for 4 years over here.
Good friend. Good
You got
friend,
my
dude.
rider,
Yeah, where'd you
water.
meet him at the gym?
Yeah.
That's where he meets everybody. I was at the gym.
Yeah, he was licking the window outside.
Dude, that's a great. I didn't even have
It's
to
nice.
wash that cup for you. It was already clean.
Oh,
pulled
okay.
it
I
right
thought you were
out.
going to say what?
No, he's
Didn't even-
lying. He just didn't wash that cup.
Oh, of course I did, dude.
They got like 3 mugs in this whole place.
We used to have
Nah, I'm only
seltzers
playing.
here.
He looked after me a bunch in Boston and that. Like,
So how do you get booked in like say Boston before you? How do you know?
Mike's asking because he wants to get booked in Boston.
I'm from. They won't even respond to my messages, and I shit you not.
to get seen.
Oh yeah, you get the scene and just they're never gonna respond.
Oh, brutal. I randomly Tony Woods. Do you know him?
Sounds really
He's like
familiar.
a big black comedian.
Yeah,
or
he's
whatever. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. He's-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Dave Chappelle, give him a shout out at the Mark Twain thing. He booked me a bunch of shows.
That's
So that's
great.
why I was doing like Slades and all that sort of stuff. So like when I went to Boston, before in Washington, I was doing all black rooms and all that stuff. So it was like when I went to Boston, I was like the white rooms. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I just hit people up, and then once you do well, same as here. You know what I mean? My calendar doubled while I was here.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, you can come do this, come do that, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite city so far in America?
I mean, I do love Boston, to be honest, even though I hate the Celtics. But I love it because my cousin's there. It's a good setup, and the gigs were sick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was like, and it's
They
a
got
good
good crowds
sized
there,
city
too.
and that. Yeah, for sure. Because New York is a bit like, I mean, it's fucking aged. You know what I mean? I was fucking a young, beautiful Asian boy when I arrived in this fucking city, and now it's like, what the fuck? Haggard as fuck. And so I do love New York and bouncing around and shit, but I mean, I'd rather just fucking host one good show, maybe a night like in England, and get paid more money than fucking. I do love bouncing around, you know what I mean, but I don't think I can constantly do it. Like,
it's exhausting.
Yeah,
it's exhausting to bounce around here. It's kind of toned down a little bit,
especially when it's fucking like you go from like some of them are shit, some of them are good. You know what I mean? It is cool, but I mean, I don't think I do it for the whole year. I do it for like a month at a time at festivals and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I host a lot. You know what I mean? So I like a break as well, because I like to fucking. You don't do breaks here and shit, like have a ciggy and all that, and then I like to reopen the second half and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't do that here. That's
yeah,
not like
I never know, I open then I never know when to do, if I have a funny riff, I'll throw it in, but I'll kind of just keep it rolling, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's there's no intermission here. It's just the host and then plows through. About an hour and 15-minute shows, hour 20-minute. I think that's perfect.
You're just terrified they're gonna leave, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. That's all New York is like. If you give them a break, they won't come back.
That's great. I tell you what I've learned from New York comedy is everybody fucking is chilling on stage. Everybody in New York has got fucking vertigo or whatever. They're always leaning on the wall or they're sitting on a stool like weird or whatever. It's like, stand up. It's your fucking job. Dude, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
It's an epidemic in New York comedy.
Oh my Lord.
Sitting on the stool, it's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Exactly. It's like, all right, you're not Cosby, for fuck's sake.
You're up here for 5 minutes, you can't stand the fuck up, dude?
Yes.
Like, come on. Come on.
You can see the legs shaking and leaning on it. You're like, you fucking pussies.
It's just chill, relaxing. It's like you were just sitting in the back for an hour and a half. Just stand up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that energy.
Amateur hour.
Yeah.
You stand up, do you?
Oh, yeah.
And look at you, you know what I mean? That's tough, isn't it?
Oh, dude,
if he can do it, for fuck's sake, anybody
I'm a
can.
goddamn athlete.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's a miracle, quite frankly, is what it is. He rocks over his electric scooter and he gets on stage.
Technically, the podcast has never seen me walk around, so that they'll believe you.
There you go, yeah. His wheels.
Yeah, there are wheels underneath my electric scooter.
That's crazy.
My God. So, what was your? You grew up in Liverpool then?
Yeah.
You got siblings?
Nah.
No, only child.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was your childhood like?
Get me personally. All right.
That's how we do it.
Let's just lean back. Let me get the therapy on here. I mean, my uncle molested me the appropriate amount of times. You know what I mean? Not molested. Just too many baths. That sort of vibe.
Okay. Did you would you get in trouble as a kid?
Not really. I mean, I guess so. I mean, I wasn't the funniest in the group. I mean, we were all hilarious, you know what I mean? We were literally funny and shit like that. Like, even today, my lads, we were all just taking turns doing some shit like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I went to like an all boys, St. Margaret's, like public school, but like all boys and shit like that. So it was gay. But you don't even realise that till you're like 14. Before that, you're like, this is sick, you know what I mean? Whatever. You got pubes, nice, lad. And then you're like, stop showing me dick. I want to see some pussy. And that's the teachers, you know what I'm saying? I found out that there was a pedo or a nonce that we call him back home that got done since I left or whatever, but I was there and that, yeah. I got a bit jealous because I was like, I thought I was a good looking kid, you know what I mean? But nah, never wanted it.
Did you have that fro when you were a kid?
Nah, maybe that's what it was, yeah.
Probably. Dude, you had that fro?
I wasn't peacocking.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh my God.
But it was sound, yeah. And then I went to college here for the year in Connecticut.
Where'd you go?
Shitty Central Connecticut State University.
Never even heard of
New
it.
Britain. Yeah, it was fucking awful. Like,
never even heard of it.
It was terrible. But then that's when I think that's when I started doing. I didn't do comedy, but we'd get so high, and my friend would like just pull the car. We'd be in a car park smoking. He'd put the lights on against the brick wall. We were talking about this the other night at the wedding. That's why I realised I forgot about this. And I just do bits. Like I wouldn't really do like comedy. I'd just like roast them or like do like funny things. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So I was like, oh fuck, that actually. They were like, yo, you used to do comedy for those. And I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about that. So. Dude,
yeah. It is funny what you said when you growing up, like you weren't the funniest one in the group. It's so true. I feel like most comics, like me, like I always had friends who were so much funnier than me. And I think it makes you funnier because it was like, I want that. So I constantly had to work harder to be the funniest
in Liverpool,
in
everybody
group.
thinks they're the funniest in the room, you know what I mean? Like, my uncles still think they're funnier than me, even though I fucking do this for a living, you know what I mean? Like, it's sick though.
How long you been doing comedy?
About 9 years now or something.
Oh,
damn. Nice. Hell yeah.
When are you going to start?
Dude, this kid's coming in hot. Mike's just like,
Yeah. Luckily, no one can understand him.
I know. But they can see it in your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying,
dude,
in your soul.
can I tell you how exhausting it's gonna be to have to fucking subtitle this entire episode?
This is an endless nightmare. This is honestly, yeah.
I'm gonna have to sit there and be like, I don't even understand what he's saying. To type it in, dude.
Just so many hashtags and weird dollar signs and that.
Did they ever try to make you go to like elocution school or whatever it's called in England?
Yeah, but I mean, the
Elocution
t-shirt
school.
sounds exactly like me as well. You know what I mean? They're
To like,
say chicken and a can of Coke, chicken and a can of Coke.
yeah, that's a tough one. It'd be like
That's how you say my accent. Try it. Try chicken and a can of Coke.
Chicken on a can of Coke.
chicken
You
in a
need
can of.
more Arabic.
Chicken on a can of Coke. Sounds like Southern, dude.
Less retardation, but more Arabic if you can, please.
Chicken on a can of Coke.
What have we got here?
Say it like you.
Yeah.
Try
Chicken
it.
in a can of Coke.
Oh, man.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious. Dude.
Scouse Rosetta Stone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I kind
Barely.
of got into like I was following. You're not a traveler.
No, I guess there's probably gypsy blood in us and shit
Yeah,
like
because
that.
I was following the what's his name, the Gypsy King. So I kind of got into that.
Tyson Fury.
I was
yeah.
doing like a deep
He's the
dig
best.
because like some of them, they're from Ireland and England. Most of them are they just float back and
Oh,
forth.
he's from Morecambe. So he's
Yeah.
probably about an hour away. He paid for this chain, actually.
Really?
Well, I won money on a bet. He didn't personally give me the money.
Wow.
But I won like
Oh,
500.
yeah.
Oh, by
so
betting
that
on
him,
him?
Yeah. The Wilder too.
That's
So were you a fan of the Gypsy King?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's the best
I
heavyweight
loved
of all
watching him
time,
fight. It's
especially
so-
our generation, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I've never seen anyone like him because he's so big. You're like he doesn't look quick, and then you realize he is quick.
What are you doing with that? You can't do nothing with that fucking jerk, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Well.
the Sugar Ray Leonard of the heavyweight division.
Same when he
sure.
hits somebody, like you're like it doesn't look bad, and then you look in the slow motion, the guy's like bones are like moving through. You're
Oh,
like,
my
it's
lord.
good grief!
What do you reckon? He's going to smash Joshua apart, isn't he?
Which one?
He's fighting Anthony Joshua next in like
Oh, is he?
mid-November or early December, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
I think that guy's scared of him now.
Oh, Joshua's a pussy. He has been ever since that fucking fat Mexican guy knocked him out. He's got a glass
Oh, yeah,
jaw.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He got that Under Armour contract and then he just became a
Dude,
pussy.
that changes you. You get knocked out once. Like, look at Ronda Rousey. Went from like dominating people,
Dominating, yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's just like getting knocked out.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
you're like hesitant, not even scared, but you're like thinking about. You go in, you're just thinking about like the last
Oh,
time you
for
got
sure,
knocked out.
yeah.
All right, what did you do before comedy? You ever have a job?
This
of
is
course.
this is Mike's new question. He
No, a
insults
lot
the
of
guests.
comedians you meet in
Like,
America meet him and you're like, this guy ain't had a job before.
Nah. I've done every fucking little job, you know what I mean? I've worked in fucking Next, like in women's shoes and shit like that. Didn't even get paid, just done it, passion.
Just
Yeah.
women's dude, walking around the mall just touching women's shoes is not a job.
He's like, well, that's a 6.
He's just drinking in a Foot Locker.
Like, sir, we need to escort you out.
Tailgate. Amazing.
no.
So I done that. Kitchen hand for a bit. Like door knocking sales. I worked in like pubs, all that sort of shit.
shit.
Yeah.
What's the worst job you had?
The worst job I had? Fuck. Probably like the door knocking or whatever, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
brutal.
fucking in Australia for a bit and it was hot as fuck. You had to wear a suit, so I'm just like dying, you know what I mean? I like fucking just look like the fucking
horrible.
unfinished Jehovah's Witness ever, just rocking up to the door like that. And I'm selling
Horrible,
like
dude.
car parts and I don't know anything about it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, you need that.
How would you describe the Australian people?
I mean, they are laid back as fuck.
They're
like, to
very
be honest,
upbeat.
Yeah.
It almost, as an American, like puts me off. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
they're,
they're,
I mean,
they're
yeah,
so
good
positive.
day, mate, and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, they're always like, yeah, like.
They're always on.
I don't know, it's different phrases. Like in America, like, how do you guys say hello? You'll be like, how you
Hey.
doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? How you doing?
Hey, yeah, exactly. They'll be like, oh, you're all right, good. They'll like answer it for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like, it's not even an option to be not good. They're just like, yeah, sound lad.
Yeah, they
I've just
come,
been run over. You right? Good. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
they
Yeah,
come
right,
here in
good.
droves. They're always on vacation and they're always at comedy shows. Very positive.
Dude, I don't know who would come on vacation to New York City. I mean, it's crazy. Every
Why
time
does
I
everybody
see
hate it
people-
here? I don't know. I mean, it is mad. I mean, I guess the rent would piss you off, but I mean, it's like it's the
nice.
greatest city in the earth.
Sure.
But nobody in New York tells you that.
It's
It's
exhausting.
everybody
dude.
outside of New York telling you it's the greatest city in the earth.
You know what? It's the greatest city in. It is because there's the ability to do so many cool things. But you need like, if you don't have like massive amounts of money to
Yeah.
live that like this is the greatest city in the world lifestyle,
yeah.
it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if
you
you can
couldn't- yeah.
afford
Constantly making rent,
Ubers,
shit, yeah.
4 or 5 Ubers a day, you know, that kind of money, like a few $100,000 a year money, at least, then it's a great city. But
I don't think you know how much Ubers cost. What? You went a six-figure salary.
Yeah. Like if you can make like at least like $200,000 a year living in New York, that like puts you above the level of like being very comfortable.
5 Ubers a day. Where are you going?
I don't know. Like people like
You're an Uber driver at that point. That's your job. You're in there if you're in there for 5 trips a day.
Well, dude, that's like
legally you work there.
Some of these comics who like bounce around spots have enough money where they can like go like you know, Uber to their first show, Uber to their second show, third show, Uber home. That's like 4 Ubers. Yeah,
that's
like,
true.
Dude, that's $200 probably.
Oh yeah,
depending on where you're going.
And then it's fucking quick to get the subway anyway.
Every night, you know.
And no movies were filmed in an Uber. All the movies were filmed in the subway. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is sick. What the fuck?
It's cool.
Yeah,
I like the subway. I mean, we talk a lot about the subway here. Have you been riding the subway since you've been here?
Yeah.
Have you seen anything crazy?
I mean, I saw this guy. I mean, I like the guys that dance. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like everybody's on the phones. I'm like clapping at the end like a dickhead. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
yeah. When you first move here, it's really exciting.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is sick, and he's doing some mad shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just a big fan of black culture in general. You know what I mean? But like from basketball all the way to homelessness, and that's a spectrum for me. Or what I mean, you can put your rappers in between there somewhere. I don't know. And this guy was like, from a story or whatever, he was like, my girl left me. This is me, black voice.
Okay, yeah.
My girl left me.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah, but like, I'm scared of you, motherfuckers. He didn't say that, but I'm just trying to pan it out. Yeah.
I'm scared of
pocket. Oh no, that's everybody eats that.
Jim Gaffigan.
I'm a Kool-Aid man. No, he's like, my girl left me. My mum's fake. All that. I'm gonna end it all. I'm gonna fucking end it all. Like he was like kept threatening to jump in front of the platform and all that sort of stuff. He was kicking all this stuff. I was like, yo, take it easy, lad. It ain't too bad and all that. And then because I was like, he's got better shoes than me, and a better phone than me. I'm like, let me go first if you're gonna fucking do this. You know what I mean? Thanks for it's a wake up call for me. This you dickhead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. He got on the train. He survived anyway.
Yeah. It's that's pretty normal. This guy's threatening to be like, I'm gonna jump on the train. You can tell that you haven't been in New York for that long because most people will just walk away.
Okay.
As soon as someone starts yelling like that, then they walk away.
Oh, I walk towards it. I'm like, fucking world star, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There was a guy who used to do that. It could be the same guy. Like he would lay down in the street. And he'd say he was going to kill himself, and he'd catch someone from out of town, like, oh, no, and they give him money. But he does it, like, every single day. He, like, walk, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it went like that. I mean, I went, like, fucking, I was just like, yo, take it. I was like, calm down, lad. That's all I said. You know what I mean? Like, no, crazy.
Kerrigan, didn't you say you saw that guy lay down in the street and a cop just put a cone on him?
No, that was another guest.
Put a what?
They put a cone on him.
Put a cone on him because he wouldn't get up.
New York police, like, if you ever go up to them with a problem, they're so mad at you. You're like, there's someone getting stabbed. They're like, oh, wait, oh, she's back there. They, like, mock you. You're like, they just don't want to do their job.
Oh, you little stabby.
Yeah, they're like, so what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
They love photos, though. They'll
What?
post for a photo, though.
Oh,
I've realized, they love that.
With tourists, like,
yeah. They literally love that, yeah.
Just posing for photos.
Like, what do you say,
Times
rape?
Square.
Oh, photo? Of course, yeah.
Oh, man. How'd you feel about, this is in English, how'd you feel about the Queen? Were you guys, are Scousers pro the crown or anti-crown?
I mean, we're not a royalist in any sense of the word or whatever, but I mean, maybe different. Or I guess some people do hate the monarch in Liverpool and stuff. But I mean, I didn't care. I mean, it's like even if she wasn't the Queen, getting to 96 is like that's an accomplishment anyway. You know what I mean? Good on you, love. You know what I mean? Like that's good innings. And then like she can like take any land I guess she wants or whatever the fuck, and she never does. It's like who cares? She's just a figurehead. You know what I mean? She doesn't make any decisions or not like that. Like fucking. I don't want the new king now. Charles is a fucking idiot. He should have advocated it. Went straight to William. He's a man of the people. You know what I mean? But so that's bullshit. But and then fucking the other one's a pedo. You know what I mean? They're talking about bringing the pedo back in and shit. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? So
it's like living it up. Him, the Clintons, Epstein, all on the plane together.
Chris Tucker was randomly in the documentary.
Really?
You know the filthy rich one?
Because he went sitting on the
Bill Clinton.
They all, I guess this is illegal.
Sitting on Bill Clinton's lap?
No, they're sitting. They're sitting on the throne of England, like shit faced, like smoke with a joint in their mouth. I guess that's like a big deal. Like back in the day, you'd be like beheaded for that.
Yeah.
Like these guys are just drinking, doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Clinton does.
That's the thing that people don't realize. Like all these guys, all these big shots, they probably just get wasted and they just trash. You know what I mean? They just they trash the castle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, not as bad as you boys with the White House or whatever, but I mean, that was sick.
That was fun, dude. That was a fun day.
You'd see black security guards, they'd turn the corner, they'd be like, this ain't me. Fuck this. They'd be like, I don't get paid enough for this shit, as if.
I think people overreacted. I thought that was a fun larf.
I mean, someone did die, but you know.
Did they?
Yeah, someone died.
A security guard?
No, the security guard shot this lady for like no reason. It was ridiculous.
I mean, she's trespassing. Oh, no.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
trespassing.
mean, technically, you know, not no reason. She's running on the Capitol building.
Yeah,
you
exactly,
know?
yeah.
Whatever. Just take a break. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? It's coffee time. Just come back.
Oh, Mike, we know what you would
It's
do.
join the parade. Well, I don't think it's called a parade.
Dude, as a 5'6"
assault.
security guard, once things break out, that's my time to leave.
Yeah.
That's where
No,
I go.
you would join. You'd be like, give me that hat.
I would
And
join.
then-
Exactly. You got to
I
survive.
got a flag in the locker.
Mike would have been there, but he couldn't afford a bus ticket at the time.
Oh, no. Do you want to hear the truth?
Oh, my God.
Do you wanna hear the real
Hey,
truth?
I do. Are you ready to tell them the truth?
So I was supposed to be there. My ride,
What?
yeah, my ride canceled.
No
at
way.
My ride canceled at 3 a.m.
That's
I was
crazy.
mad for a week, and then after I was like, I could have easily got sucked into that because you just get.
Oh, because like that wasn't the plan, was it? Obviously, it was like
No,
know,
you
like,
just get caught up
protest
in it.
or whatever, like camp out and protest.
Yeah, you know, you got your undercover FBI like trying to cause trouble. They're the
Yeah,
ones like
yeah,
ring
yeah.
leaguing you. They just push you in a room and then they start taping you.
Yeah.
I think I remember it started as like it was just like people going down to protest.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
You know, I think they were out in front of the White House or something,
Yeah.
and then they, after like a bunch of speeches, they all like moved their way towards the
one
Capitol.
person needs the bathroom. Bing bang boom.
Exactly,
There you go.
you know,
Exactly.
in
yeah.
and out.
Of course, you were there. You fucking.
Yeah, I was so mad I wasn't there. I could have been there chewing on Nancy Pelosi's desk leg, just screaming, "You bitch!"
Just fucking
Oh
blonde
my
like you are Hitler's
God.
wet dream. You are, yeah. You are.
Everyone always says that to me, man. They're always like, "You." I have a feeling Hitler, like, if he wouldn't like me either. You know, he'd be like, "Well, I feel like he didn't even like redheads still aren't gonna."
I think he
Yeah,
would.
yeah,
I think he
that's
would
it.
see Mike and be like, "Man, this is not how I pictured it."
You know what? People who aren't
This is not the master race.
people who aren't white think like I'm the top of the pyramid. In reality,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, look, dude, I'm covered in dust every day after work on the train. They're like talking about white privilege. I'm like, how much dirtier do I gotta be? I'm just glad there isn't like coal mining around here, because that's where like I'd be, in a coal mine.
He's back to doing blackface. Oh, it's soot. I work at a coal mine.
The original blackface.
Yeah.
That was like Zoolander.
That's so funny.
Got the black lung.
Dude, I think blackface is gonna come back. I swear, I can feel it.
You gotta
It's gonna
stop
be-
saying
and-
things
No, in
like
like
this,
3
Michael.
years, it's gonna be so ironic and funny. Every like white hipster is gonna be in blackface.
I really don't think so.
funny. Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Yeah. well,
Have you been arrested
oh yeah,
a few times?
yeah. You're just trying to get me deported on this
like,
podcast. That's the whole plan, is it? No, I don't give a shit.
No.
dude, you can't
fuck
get
the
arrested in
police,
this
yeah.
town right now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, dude. Unless you defend yourself by stabbing someone who's robbing you, then you'll get arrested. But you know,
Okay.
Just say you were robbing him. Be like, no, I wasn't defending. I was robbing. Like, all right, keep going.
keep
Keep
it
going.
moving, man.
Going,
You're
yeah.
good.
So you told me the story that you wanted to talk about, and then I wanted to hear it, and I keep
yeah.
forgetting. What was the one you got arrested in?
So I got in Poland. Mike knows this country, obviously.
I'm Polish.
Big
Dude,
fan.
I'm
Are
Polish.
ya?
Yeah, my
What?
family's. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
Polish.
you're Polak? That's
Yeah,
sick.
Polish
Nice.
and Italian.
That's good. I mean, England's turned into fucking Poland right now. I'd say
Poland's
it's
great,
fucking
dude.
Polish and everywhere. It's sick. You know what I mean? I don't want to do fucking plumbing. So it's sick. You know what I'm saying? And I was in Poland. I was doing some shows there. Peter Szymocki is a big comedian in Polish.
Okay.
So he does like theatres in Polish, you know what I mean? Like the Bill Bear of fucking Poland, all that shit. But then when he does it in English, he's got to slum it with me, you know what I mean? When he comes to England, in Australia, Edinburgh Fringe, all that sort of stuff, he's doing fucking my gigs and all that. But his sound, and he brings you out for like comedy in English and that. So you do like, I landed in Warsaw and I did a show there and not like that. And you know what I mean? Like I said, fucking, you can't even understand me here and you guys are speaking English. So just imagine what the fuck's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of expats and stuff like that, but they're not from fucking Liverpool expats, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like some English or whatever. So it's like, it is funny, you know what I mean? Whatever. And then next night I go to Poznan, meet my friend there. He's doing, I do a gig with him. And again, he's doing a corporate gig all Polish, and he had like another guy, And then him, and he's like, do you want to do a set? And I was like, in English? And he's like, yeah, it'd be hilarious. So I do a set in fucking English, and I found an English teacher there, so he's translating it, and it's going all right. I remember saying, like, I'm doing better than the first guy, and he was fucking doing it in Polish, so he must be shit. And then my friend done like 40 minutes because it's corporate, and he just kept, I could see him, he kept looking at me, he'd point, he'd say something, he'd don't look, and he'd don't laugh, and I'd be like, what the fuck's he saying? Like, I became a callback in his set, it was fucking shit.
That's good.
So, and then after that, it's like, not even that late, it's like 10:30 or whatever, we got a bit of food, walking down the street in Poznan, like fucking made CBD, this guy boxes in, he's like, 20s lottie for like 2 drinks, 2 shots, that's like fucking the exchange rate you're making money in Poland, it's like fucking, that's like £5, we're like sick, we go in there, turns out it's a strip club. So we're like, oh, whatever, we're here now, you know, we'll stay to check out.
So that seems like a win.
The local culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. And then we're in there, and he's like, oh, we probably should go here. I'm like, we're here now, whatever. I'll get a fucking dance, how much is it? I'm like, it's fucking not, let's go.
Yeah.
So we fucking go with the fattest ass there, and I'm like, let's go, Rikishi. And we go behind the kid, just for the nerds love podcasts, you know what I mean? They fucking, the wrestling fans and that. And so I go behind there and stuff like that, and she gives me a shot and all that, and then I just don't remember anything. Next thing I remember, it must have been like fucking 5 hours later or 7 hours later, I wake up in a Polish prison cell.
Are you serious?
Like,
No
like the Undertaker, another wrestling reference. I'm killing
Dude,
it.
do you think you got dosed, or you just were that drunk?
Literally, I mean, I don't even know at this point. I literally just like, I mean, not really, because I'd been drinking, but I mean, I can handle my own and shit. So I stand up like that, I'm like, what the fuck? All my chains are on, my watch and all that. I'm in my underwear. I'm standing up, sitting down, see if being raped and shit like that. I'm like, oh no, I'm all right. It doesn't hurt. And then I'm like, fucking, there's another guy there in the cell, you know what I mean? Toilet in the corner, like 4 beds and shit like that.
Wow.
So I wake him up, I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, he doesn't know what I'm saying, I don't know what he's saying, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm banging on the fucking thing, slides open like that, big massive dude, not even lying, half a SWAT sticker sticking out of his fucking t-shirt, half a SWAT sticker like that, the tattoo of it like that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what's going on here? He's like, oh, come with me. I blow in this bag.
Wait, he's the police officer
he's the, like,
with a swastika?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, like prison security or whatever, so it's like still the
Holy
badge
shit.
and all. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, massive dude. He's like, come with me. He's like, blowing this bag. I'm blowing this bag. He puts it in the machine. It's like, beep, beep, beep. You gotta go back in. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's a drug tank. I figured this out. I've been in one of these before, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm like, so I go back in. I'm like dying because I'm fucking hurting, hungover as fuck. I'm like, oh, I'll go back to sleep. So I go back to sleep for like a few hours. Wake up again, bang on it. He brings me out again. I blow in the bag, but this time he blows in the bag as well. So it's like half and half. I'm like, and he puts it through the machine. He's like, oh yeah, you good to go? I'm like, oh, sound. And then
He's
I go,
like, I gotta get this fucking kid out of here.
yeah. I'm like, whatever. He's like, he's sleeping the whole time. It's like, it's fucking checkout. And then all my stuff's there, all like the stuff, my clothes and all that. I got my wallet, all my cards in there. I had like 20 quid cash, that's gone. I'm like, whatever. I signed the thing, I paid the fine again. It's fucking not. And I'm like, oh, it's this criminal record. She's like, no. I'm like, fucking sick. Let's do it, baby. And then I go outside and my mate's there, Peter Shimotsky, waiting there. Like, I walk out there, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like 50 minutes outside of Poznan. It looks like fucking Chernobyl, like with fucking Wi-Fi or some shit. Like, it's like crazy, you know what I mean, derelict. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, what happened, lad? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And he's like, I stayed there. We went behind the curtain. I stayed there for like ages. I was trying to get behind the curtain. He wouldn't let me. They eventually kicked me out because I went getting a dance or by. And I waited outside the club till like 5 a.m. And he was like, you didn't come out. So I was like, oh, maybe he's like fucking a stripper or whatever or something like that. Oh. He went back to his place, wakes up the next day in the Airbnb, we're staying noon. And he's like, where the fuck is he? He like looks up the place and it's all the reviews like, don't go here. They ripped me off. They fucking drugged me. A tourist. They took thousands off me. All that sort of shit. And then he's calling around hospitals, police. He finally finds out where I am. He gets there. He bribes the person to get me out because you can fucking do that in Poland. Bribes him to get him out. And then that's why he blew in the fucking bag, because it was his alcohol level. Like, I was still fucking bevied. You know what I mean? I got the form and he's like, yeah, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, and then I finally came here. This is like 7 p.m. the next night. I get out. Yeah, we went in the strip club at like 11:30 or something like that. Yeah, so, and then I'm dying. I'm like, he's reading this. He's like, your blood alcohol's crazy. Like, he could have fucking died, like, and stuff like that. So then we go to a shop. He's like, check your cards. I'm checking my cards. They're all fucking gone. Like, all the money's been gone and shit like that. Wow. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, you definitely got drugged.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I literally go there. I get back to the fucking place we're staying. And we're like, he's like, he's like, call your bank. So I'll call my uncle first. He's a lawyer. He's like, oh, call HSBC and say you lost your card. I'm like, boom. Well, the local bank's sick. Call them up. I'm like, I said I lost it like a few hours earlier. Yeah. Because I might as well get a scam in there. You know what I mean? Then I get those free food and drinks
that
and
you had.
Yeah, exactly.
All those dances.
But I didn't really have that much. I had one of those fucking like, those the famous food, the flute things or whatever. The Polish thing or whatever. It's like a big like garlic bread sort of vibe.
Kielbasa? Like kielbasa?
Kielbasa. So I had one of them, 2 beers and 2 like Jack and Coke. So I wasn't bevied, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so they do all that and they refund the money straight away. So then I'm like, fucking King Kong ain't got shit on me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I survived the Polish prison. But literally, the last thing I remember is like, right before she gave me the dance, I was like, she was like, do you want a shot? I was like, is this included in the price of the dance? She's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, what a good deal. And then boom, and then fucking wake up. Like, I dosed myself. I had a catchphrase before I date raped myself. What the fuck?
Holy
That's crazy.
Shit.
I should have been like, I love Bill Cosby. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's nuts. You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah. I know,
they could have just dumped you on the side of the road.
And I had to do a show that night. So I'm like thrown up backstage, like dying,
bro.
And then I go on stage and I just tell that story, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
That's nuts, man.
It's crazy, yo.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. I was saying that to someone, especially like Americans overseas. Like,
yeah.
I was doing a show. There was Singapore people there last night, and we were like joking. I'm like, "Yeah, what happened, man? You smoke weed?" And he's like, "They'll kill you. They will publicly execute you." And everyone's like laughing, but like Americans don't know, like. They'll do that. They will.
Oh, for sure.
Singapore is not a joke.
Oh, I've been there a few times, done some shows there, and like.
Did they warn you as an American? They're like, listen, bro.
I mean, I'm an everyday weed smoker, you know what I mean? But they're like very, you know what I mean? They're like, fucking read this, it's everywhere, you know what I mean? What's job of your hand? Like, they're not messing around. And then people do smoke weed there, but the weed's so shit, it's not even worth it. Like, this guy gave me some, this bartender, I looked at it, I said, nah.
Not even worth it.
Not even worth it. Like, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't mess with it at all. I seen some movie when I was a kid, Return to Paradise, and I was like, when I'm overseas, just don't do drugs.
Oh, for sure.
Because they like imprison the guy, and then eventually.
Is that Midnight Run?
I was gonna say that's sick as well. Midnight Run is crazy. Yeah,
dude, that's nuts, man. Yeah, they don't fuck around. I mean, Brittany Griner.
Yeah, but fucking with the Brittany Griner thing, it's like they're always like, well, if it was LeBron, it'd be different. It's like he wouldn't be flying coach, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be flying economy.
It's true.
And you broke the law. It's like you know about Russia. You know what I mean? You've been there before. It's like she did break the law. Obviously, they're throwing the fucking book at her, but it's like
flying in the middle of a war.
When we went to fucking Singapore or Thailand, it's like I want to fucking smoke as well, baby. You know what I mean? But it's like you can't do it. And
I think she had a package of whatchamacallit?
Vape cartridges?
Yeah, so the reality is if you add that up, that's like over you know what I mean? That's a ton of grams of THC as opposed to like a dime.
Exactly.
You have 15 cartridges in a package or whatever.
Yeah.
They can I don't know how they charge you. If they break it up by weight, you're screwed, or they break it up by potency, you're done.
Shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, that's who knows, you know what I mean? She's in prison. I mean, she's a lesbian. She's probably loving it, so.
And she's also 6'4".
She's playing basketball all the time. She's getting shots up. She's fucking
Dude, how tall is she? 6'5"?
6'5", yeah, probably.
She'll probably be on the Russian,
6'7",
Russian
maybe.
Olympic team in a couple of years.
She was literally like, that's what I mean. Like, she was famous in Russia. You know what I mean? She was a big deal in Russian basketball. You know what I mean? He loved her and all that.
Yeah.
Like, they've been going out there. She makes most of their money there, as opposed to WNBA. So it's like, you know the deal. You know what I mean? You just thought you were.
Dude, that's
push it or whatever.
You're a big LeBron guy.
Yeah, of course.
Love LeBron. I love LeBron, man.
Yeah,
it's exhausting having to talk to people and be like Michael Jordan.
I don't watch
basketball
sports.
time. And it's like, okay, well, like you're clearly not watching what's been happening for the last 20 years.
No,
I mean, it's unbelievable.
You got to factor in longevity. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. So yeah, you used to have a podcast called "I Want to Meet LeBron James." You still do it?
I still do it. Yeah.
Have you gotten any headway into meeting LeBron James?
I mean, I wouldn't be doing this fucking podcast if I did. I'd be just hanging out with LeBron and rebounding for him. I'd quit comedy and just be his rebounder. Just boom, there you go, pass the ball.
Dude, I said last night, I went to a concert last night, a band that I really enjoy. And
Dude, first of all, name the band. What is it? Keeping Up with Cleo or one of these bands?
No, it's Death Cab for Cutie. I'm a huge fan.
If you know Dylan, that's...
What are they? Are they like fucking... They open for the Wiggles or something? It sounds
that's
like
a soundtrack for his life. It's like romantic, very romantic stuff.
Yeah.
He's all into that.
It's like indie rock, and they're great. They're great. And but I was like, last night, I was like, I want to reach a level of comedy where you have enough fame where you can hang out with like people in other like creative fields that you like. You know,
yeah.
like hang out with that band or meet certain athletes who
for
are like
sure,
fans
yeah.
of you. That's my only goal.
I mean,
in
that's
comedy.
like basketball's hanging out with rappers and all that all the time. You know what I mean? It's,
comics hanging
and
out
like
with
they're both
like
fans of each other. That'd be like, oh, that's crazy, isn't it?
yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, haven't made any headway.
Nah,
into,
I mean, I've got like, I guess secondaries of separation or whatever the fuck that's called or whatever, you know what I mean? The closest I've got is like, I had Adam Sandler's nephew on the podcast, Jared Sandler, he's a comedian, and they just done a movie together, LeBron and Adam.
Yeah.
So like, I'm seeing Jared in LA and maybe there, you know what I mean? I could meet Adam and then maybe something like that, I don't know. But then also I'm going to a bunch of Lakers games, so I'm going to have like signs as well, being like, I came all the way from Liverpool, like the Queen's dead, I'm here to see the King, or something, you know what I mean? I need like funny ideas like
that's
that.
good,
I'd be
that's
like,
good.
I'm here again, not in a creepy way, you know what I mean?
This
like,
guy's
stuff
gonna
like
be
that.
on an FBI watch
And
list.
then the last one is like, you're taking the piss now, lad. Just, all I want to do is shake your hair, I'll murder your whole family, or something like that.
Like, I'm in-
I've got Bryce Bronny Jr. in a trunk.
He's never gonna meet you now, dude.
Oh, yeah, no,
he's an
no,
avid
yeah.
listener of the pod.
sorry,
That was your first.
oh, yeah,
That was the way to do it. We just don't tell you, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, I listen to the Troublemakers podcast all the time. how do you think I finally won that ring in Miami?
Yeah,
we weren't even
exactly.
doing it yet, but he
How do
knew.
I know that it's sunny outside?
How do I know about the weather in Brooklyn without Dylan
I
telling
love
me?
that. You're like, you always say the weather at the start. It's the weirdest,
I
like,
usually say a beautiful
It's
day in
not,
Brooklyn,
but
but it's raining.
That's so good. That is.
It actually looks a little sunnier now. Not bad.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean we're riffing. You know what I mean? Like, we're
know.
cooking. That's what it is.
There we
We're
go,
heat-
you
we're
know?
heating up, baby.
We're bringing the sunlight in.
Yeah.
And then you had another story you're gonna tell me about. What was it? Was it Amsterdam?
Oh,
or-
this was a recent one, yeah. So this was like, I mean, I guess it wasn't really troublemaking because Amsterdam,
Doesn't
you can
matter,
do whatever
dude.
the fuck you want in
Who
it. You know what I
cares?
mean? Like, it's like the fucking prostitutes there and all that shit. It's crazy. Like, they're all in the windows there just dancing. Like, I was opening it like it was a game show. I'm like, what do we got behind here? More debt. What up? And I went to a sex show on mushrooms. Like, second
In
time I've ever
Amsterdam.
done mushrooms. Like, my friend, like, pretty much, he was like, fucking eat them, you pussy. I was like, oh, I don't know about these. He's like, fucking do it. So then I'm like, what the fuck? Then we go on this Amsterdam sex show, like, Casa de Rosa. Like, he looked it up, like, reviews and all that. He's like, this is the best one. I'm like, let's fucking go. They're on it's like a proper theatre. They're spinning around on like a rolling thing, and they're just fucking.
Oh
Like,
my
they're just fucking like that. Yeah, it's crazy. And these mushrooms are like kicked in because we timed it perfectly. So we're in there, and then the woman's like, can I have a volunteer? And right before my friend could even nudge me, I was like on stage. I was like, love, I'm right here, what's happening?
Oh, no.
And then I'm on stage, she sits me on this thing, and then like she's like dancing on me and all that sort of stuff. She's like, I like keep trying to grab her tits and stuff like that and all that stuff. Like I'm trying to do a bit of slapstick myself. I'm like, my mate's like heckling me, but I'm so on mushrooms, I don't realise it. He's like, shut up, stop talking. You're like, you're ruining it. And I'm like, what the fuck saying that, lad? What the? And then she's like pulling out she's got like the ribbon out of her pussy, so I like pull it out like that. But I pull it out with my teeth, you know what I mean?
Oh my
Showmanship
God.
again, like I'm doing all that, and it's like, got the name on it. Then I'm like eating a banana out of someone's pussy. Like I didn't get cramped that night, boys. You know what I'm saying?
What a- I
and
can't
I'm
think
all
of
on
a worse
shrooms as
food,
well.
dude.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is this even a banana or is this like a fucking Asian dick I'm sucking right now? What's going on here? You know what I mean? I was like losing my mind. But yeah, it was nuts. And then like it just keeps going. So then.
How many people are on stage?
Oh, so it'll be like 5 people doing sets or whatever. Like 2 people fucking, a funny lady doing like a banana or something like that. 2 people fucking, someone else doing something, pulling something out of a vagina or like shooting ping pongs or whatever. Then back, but it just keeps going. So then you're like, oh, we saw them before. We can leave now. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Yeah.
God! And how many people are like in the crowd? Is it like a lot?
Oh,
of
it's
people?
packed, yeah.
Jeez.
They're doing shows like all day and that. Yeah, it's nuts.
All day
It's
and
like
night.
cinema seating and all that. You get a little fucking like cup rest and all that. Popcorn, I had popcorn. I'm just
Good.
like watching this.
Have you ever been to one of those, Mike? Like,
no, when I went to Tijuana, some people wanted to go, but I vehemently didn't want to go to a Tijuana sex
Oh,
show.
that would have been amazing. That's the best.
that, you know what we should do when we hit?
I'm going to Tijuana when I go to San Diego, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I haven't been there in
Donkey
so long.
show?
Just that's probably what they were looking for. Be careful there. Like, who are you going with? Go with some people that are someone that's
Oh, I'm
sober.
going with me and another English lad.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be in a
And
lot
Ellen
of trouble.
Sugarman.
You'll be
Ellen
fucked.
Sugarman's gonna
Yeah.
drop us off at the bar. Come stay with her, yeah.
You guys are you're gonna be fucked.
Oh, immediately. What the fuck?
Yeah, you are. It's just remember, you're in a true third world country. down
Yeah,
there.
that's true. Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
said we talked about this a couple episodes ago, where he went and this dude like passed out in the bar, and like these guys went over to help them, and instead of helping them, they just picked them up and like threw them out the door onto the beach.
Yeah, it's
What
like a
the fuck?
sack of potatoes.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, they don't care
That's
about
like
you.
best
That's
case
insane.
scenario. Because
I
like,
know, but I got it because in Benidorm we got like Benidorm's like in Spain. It's off. Like I've seen like we got Sticky Vicky is a famous woman. She like shoots stuff out of it. She's like 70. She's been doing it for like 50 years. She's got a daughter now called Sexy Barbara. It's a family business. She does a show. I saw the three-legged man there, the midget with the biggest dick I've ever seen in my
How big
entire
was
life.
it?
Like, oh, it was fucking. I mean, proportion to him, you know what I mean? It was like a leg, so it was the size. Yeah, it was crazy.
well, if you think about it, little people's proportions, they have like bigger or normal size. They have like larger
but it's
heads
still
than
like,
you.
It's still like this, you know what I mean?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
all
That's
their arms
crazy.
are like, you know what I mean? They're thick. They're very thick people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Little lumpers, aren't they?
I was thinking we should start having
Try to get some clips out of this.
Yeah, we should get some. We should have
This is
some.
gonna be a no-clipped episode.
We should have
An
little.
unreleased episode.
We should have little people as cops. How funny! I wouldn't even. If I was being violent and like three little guys ran up to me,
Oh
dude,
my
you'd
God.
stop. You'd just
Oh,
start
for sure.
laughing.
Yeah, but you'd mistake it for a stripper. I feel like that would be mine. I'd be like, when's he gonna get sexy? I'm loving that. That's a man who knows.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
record the
appreciate it,
podcast
yeah.
here, yeah.
Do you know who Beetlejuice is from Howard Stern?
Like Beetlejuice, these nuts, that guy?
He's like a short black guy.
These nuts?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Oh
to watch.
yeah, he's like ugly as fuck. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Dude, Kerrigan, when we hit 100,000 Patreon subscribers, we should go to Amsterdam.
Kerrigan gonna be dead by then.
And,
I thought you said we're gonna go to Tijuana. I'm like, dude, if we're making money, we're not going to
yeah,
Tijuana.
no, we should go to Amsterdam and go
Oh
to
my
a
God,
sex
I'll meet you
show
there.
and film it. Yeah, you come
Oh,
out,
for
dude,
sure,
it'll be
yeah.
great.
That'd be
Show us the whole thing. Yeah, once we hit 100,000 Patreon subscribers, we're at 0 now, so
Yeah.
we got a little while to go. But you know, hey,
Would you go to Anne
I'm putting
Frank's
it out
house?
there.
I just felt weird, like being stoned
Maybe.
in there, like, you know what I mean? Like,
on
probably would.
shrooms at Anne Frank's
yeah, exactly.
house.
Like, what the fuck? No wonder she never left it. The weed's so strong, she was probably paranoid. She didn't even. There was probably no Nazis after her. She was just probably freaking out or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
Oh,
probably
that's
go
wild.
because it's like you're there. I would be like, yeah, obviously.
Didn't
would
it
you go
turn out-
stone though?
No,
Didn't
probably.
it turn out
Yeah.
that was all a lie?
No, I don't think so, dude.
You know, it's just some-
You can't just be throwing things like that out on the podcast.
I love that.
Dude, most of those things turn out to be total bullshit.
I don't.
I mean,
think
I don't
so,
know about
dude.
the whole. Yeah, I mean, you're saying the whole Holocaust or just Anne
No,
Frank?
her. Like the
Okay,
Anne
yeah.
Frank, like the book and all that. They're like, yeah, she didn't write that.
Yeah, and it was rent controlled, which people don't give her credit for. You know what I mean? It's hard to get a rent controlled apartment these days. It was
Very
a
tough,
2-bedroom,
dude.
especially when you're sleeping under the floorboards. That counts as a bed.
Ching.
3-bedroom. Oh my god, dude.
3-bedroom, 1 shower.
Mike, where did you hear this about Anne Frank's diary being a hoax?
I don't know if it was just a section of it, but like I think it's actually proven now that some of it or the
I
whole
don't.
thing is
Where
a
did you
hoax.
hear
So
this?
they're pushing it for tourism, you mean? They're trying to, you made it up for money.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
something like that. It was like
Was this on the news again?
okay, put it this
The
way.
YouTube
Okay,
news that you watching?
this is the thing people don't know. So all right, the back in the day, almost all the Bigfoot encounters that kind of made Bigfoot big. It turns out what those were.
This is a leap. This is, but I
You'll
love
hear
it.
no, but it all ties in.
Kyle,
So what they were
just
is
ride with it. you
they
know?
they would put these articles. They'd write a story about meeting Bigfoot. It would get in the thing, and they were doing that for writing companies. They'd be like, "That was me." They're like, I made that whole thing up. Everyone thinks it's real, so I think that's what the Anne Frank thing was.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, but I
Someone
mean,
trying to get a book
it
deal.
would still have to, one person would have to make up the Bigfoot, no, would they?
So
Is that
he'd-
why somebody
yeah.
made like the Yeti, the abominable
He'd write a
snowman?
story about how he was captured and he lived with, what Bigfoot looked like and all this,
yeah.
and it was so he could get and people thought it was a real thing, and then turned out he was just getting book deals
That's it.
because they're like, you really are a good writer because all
Yeah.
these idiots believed you.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the War of the Worlds on the radio. That was what that was. It was all made up, and then people were killing themselves because they
Yeah.
thought aliens
They
were
were
invading.
shooting water towers, water tanks.
Yeah.
I heard the same thing about Hitler. That's why Movember. Everybody do that now.
What?
Hitler wasn't real, but they're just trying to start Movember early.
Jesus. Okay. You know what? I just want to take a firm stance from the Troublemakers podcast. We do obviously believe that the Holocaust was real.
We're just making trouble.
And I don't have any association with Mike T. Kerrigan.
Yeah. Hey, put some respect on it. It's Time Magazine, 1933 Man of the Year, Adolf Hitler.
I don't even what this time. Was this before the war?
Time
Yeah.
Magazine, 1933's Man of the Year, Adolf Hitler.
Before the war.
Yeah.
What the
But he already had things set up in 33.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to give it up to him. He convinced the whole fucking country to go to war with the world.
Yeah.
Like, not even like the world.
Yeah, 1933, he was causing a little trouble. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
Little trouble, but not very public, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Jeez. You've seen him. I mean, isn't it crazy that
You've seen him.
Germany hosted the Olympics, like, when he was in power.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And
That would be like,
did they rig it all?
that would be like Russia hosting
got
the Olympics
smoked.
right now.
Oh, did they, yeah.
The Americans brought
Jesse
out,
Owens.
Yeah, Jesse Owens was like
That's
the
when
big-
Jesse Owens like broke the world record for like the fastest man alive.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And then Usain Bolt broke that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know it's a cool story? So Jesse Owens breaks the world record for fastest man alive, wins first place.
Yeah.
There's this other guy, a guy who comes in second, also an American, breaks the world record, comes in second to Jesse Owens. And that guy, Jesse Owens, is like, on Time Magazine's covers.
course,
He's
yeah.
incredibly famous because of
Yeah,
it. And the guy who came in second ends up working as a janitor in
No
like
way.
in some like middle school.
I mean, he still got the silver,
Yeah.
and he broke a record.
But to
What
make
the
it
fuck?
even worse, his brother was Jackie Robinson.
What?
I forgot the guy's name. It was something Robinson.
What
the
the
guy who came in
fuck?
second. It was Jackie
okay.
Robinson's
Oh,
brother.
he's a black guy. In my mind, I thought he was white for some reason. I don't know.
No, Jesse
And
Owens.
I was like,
a
he was
guy.
black. I was like, what, they share the gold, did they? Oh, how was that work? I don't know.
That's why it was so good, because I think the first and second place were both black guys
That's
from
sick,
America,
yeah.
and Hitler was all
Of course he was.
pissed.
Yeah.
He was disappointed.
Yeah, that's it.
Must have been a tough time for white guys before they accepted that black people are better at sports than us.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Before they accepted it, they're really trying. You know what I mean?
Just that one guy taking down a Babe Ruth poster. Just, oh, damn it. It's over. It's over.
Oh man. Did you play sports?
Yeah, football, basketball. Mainly basketball.
Are you playing basketball today?
Not with the weather shit. We're gonna play indoor at my mates, but he's gonna help his girl move from New Jersey or something.
Oh, that's the worst.
So I might
thing.
play it tomorrow if I can. But I've been playing a bunch. I've played around here. I've played the story and all that. So
You go to
Story's
West
great
Fourth?
for.
where?
West Fourth.
Is that by the figure by
There's a bunch
by
of
the pair?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I played there. Yeah.
There's some cool.
Well,
That's
it wasn't
a
really.
cool
I think I played 2-on-2. Got some shots up. It wasn't like a proper game there. But yeah, it's been sick. Like
Dude.
just cooking. They call me white boy in Brooklyn. Like, white boy can shoot. It's sick. I'm like, yeah, okay,
You
whatever.
have to shoot.
Like, oh my lord, some kid, there's like, well, a kid like 19 or whatever, played him a few times one-on-one or whatever. He was like, are you a coach, man? And I'm like, I mean, I used to be or whatever. I'm like, why? He's like, because you're very deliberate with your moves and that. It's like, I mean, I don't have athleticism, if that's what you mean. I mean, I'm gonna pull up in your face and I've got the space, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, but he's like trying to dunk on me and all that. I'm like, yo, take it easy, all right, because I will fucking hard foul you here. I'm not getting on no fucking poster here. And then he tried to play me in slides. I said, you put on your shoes. That's disrespectful. I'm like, I'm not playing you. And then he's like, what? And then I'm just like, then he sees me warm up and I'm just like making free after free. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? And then I beat him. He beat me after. But whatever you gonna do, you know what I mean?
That's super disrespectful. That.
Oh, yeah, I was like, nah, yeah, exactly. No.
Sandals, dude.
No.
Slides. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Because I am a good player, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then that day as well, I couldn't miss. It was like 3 days ago or something. I was like, it was one,
I haven't
one of
played
those
in a while.
days.
I
Like,
love playing. I haven't played
sick.
in a little bit,
Yeah, nice.
but I should. Yeah, Artie. You know Artie P from Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Astoria. He plays all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He might be in the group chat. I'm in a basketball Astoria group chat for comedians.
He might.
So maybe,
yeah,
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, he plays.
I remember it. He's Polish as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Polish.
Yeah.
From Poland.
Yeah. Oh, he's here as well. Well, yeah, because I was being, talking to Zach, Bravario, and then and then Jack Beck last night. We were hanging, so yeah, it's been decent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good hang. Well, dude, we're at we just hit an hour. We do an hour. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about before we wrap up? Any other tales? Any other stories? Any other?
It's like troublemaker wise or
Sure,
whatever. shit
yeah,
like that.
it doesn't
I mean,
really.
I've got so fucking many. I don't know. You know what I mean?
We'll end on a hot one, and then we'll wrap.
Give
it.
all your plugs.
Give me a country then. Maybe I can narrow it down.
okay.
I'm trying to go through the
Ooh.
Rolodex.
Let's go Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. Australia. I've been arrested in Australia. I've been kicked out of many casinos. It was like a Liverpool game in Perth, and we were playing Man U, and a brawl fucking broke out there, like a proper brawl. Like I was like fucking trying to drag people off me mate, and like I was getting punched in the face and all that sort of shit. Like it was crazy. And then we got escorted out by all these bouncers, like 12 bouncers. There was like 20 of us, 12 bouncers, and we were all just singing like "You'll Never Walk Alone" on the way out and shit like that. Like it was sick. Like. But I mean, that's not that crazy, I guess. I don't know. I can't really think of any, to be honest.
Have you ever? So obviously, big Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
What is that like with the fighting after games, before games? Is that like really
it's kind of
thing?
Controlled a bit now, like you know what I mean, like the hooliganism and stuff like that. Because like even like the away fans, they get busted, like police escort. You know what I mean? Like you used to be able to throw bricks at the bus, but even now you can't even get close enough and shit like that. Yeah, so it's madness. Like, but and then some pubs around, like there's away fans in. If it's not like a Man U or like everyone like playing Brighton or something like that, then it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So. It doesn't, not that asked. I got kicked out of a strip club again in Perth because I fucking got on stage and shit like that. This stripper's hot.
This is a big theme with you, like trying to get involved in the stripping. I think we're just
heart wasn't in it, so I was like, fuck, I'll do better. You know what I mean? And then my friend was like, I was like, should I get on stage? He was like, no, don't get on stage. And he went to the bar and he was like figuring out the bar. He was like, the mere fact that he asked me, should I get on stage, means he's going to get on stage. Yeah. And he turned around with 2 beers, one for me and one for him. And then I'm getting chucked out, and he's like. All right, and then I just had to fucking down these beers and shit like that. It was crazy. But the stripper dollars there is like, because they don't have dollars, you know what I mean? Like it's coins.
You tell me about this.
They're like rock hard. So it's like hard pieces of cardboard. You're like fucking throwing frisbees at these bitches, you know what I mean? Like you're taking an eye out and stuff like that. It's like they're all covered in bruises because you're just fucking hitting them with these 2x4s and that. Like it's insane.
You said that you went to the strip club in New York.
Yeah.
And you said the best thing is because other strip clubs international, they don't have real money.
Exactly,
it's like they give you pay for fake money.
So that's ball of that. I got carried away. There was a few 20s at the end of the ones that I was like, oh, fuck. I let them fly. I tried to catch that back before I fucking hit her, but nah. There you go. College fun, baby. You're welcome.
Oh, dude. I love that.
It's insane.
But hey, man, dude, thanks for doing this. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel great, lads.
Fighting too.
And LeBron James of comedy on Instagram. Yeah.
That's his,
and then you can find me in Boston next 2 weeks in LA and shit like that. So let's fucking hang out. Hit me up, come see a show, you know what I mean? Send me some fucking titties or whatever and shit like that. Like, it's what it's for, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
For tits.
That's why
and
we
me
all
on
did
Tinder.
Michael, give it to him.
Mike T. Kerrigan, Instagram.
Dylan Krasinski on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and Troublemakers podcast on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. These episodes are out every Wednesday. Rate, review, and subscribe. Listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Watch the YouTube videos. Go follow Kyle. Go check him out wherever he's at. If you're in Boston, if you're in LA, go see a show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here, baby. We'll see you next week, everybody. Good night.
Yeah. Peace. Good shit, boys. That was sick, that.